Hey guys, welcome back to another video of making a React Native app. So in the previous videos we made 4 components. These 4 components are essentially all the components we need to make our screens. Now I've got them up here. So we've got our icon component, button component, input component, and list item component. Now that you kind of see them laid out, you can kind of see the different sizes and how they differentiate from each other. Let's have a look at this design we made. As it boils down to it, there's 5 components here. So that one is our header. We don't need to make that one because React Navigation will provide that for us. But the other 4 we made. Now what we're going to do is get our app ready to be able to add screens, and then we'll start developing those screens one by one, just like we did with the components. That way it'll make our job easier when we go to the connecting of stuff. So let's get rid of that. Now there's a few things we want to do up here. Let's get rid of these imports, we don't need them anymore. We want to go ahead and import 2 items. So first one is navigation container. Now this is from React Navigation Native, like that. So this is the main container to where we're going to have our stack of navigators. In the case of this app, we really just need 1 stack, but you can have multiple stacks of navigators and then with multiple screens. So here, let's go ahead and import our stack. So our stack is called create stack navigator. No, this is the native one. So create stack navigator, like that. And we want to import this from at React Navigation /stack. Now we should have installed this, but I guess I forgot to add this to the installation. So let's go ahead and do that now. Let's go ahead and, so instead of doing expo this time, we can do npm I React Navigation /stack, like that. So if you just open up a second terminal and make sure you're in the to do app folder, then you can run npm I at React Navigation /stack. So let's get that downloading. Should hopefully take a few seconds. Now navigation container will hold our stack, and the stack will hold our screens. Now at the moment we're using stack navigator, but there are other stacks that you can use, and let's go ahead and have a look at a few of them. So let's go to React Navigation. Let's look at the docs. So there's quite a few. So we've got tab navigation. Tab navigation is through having buttons at the bottom of the screen. You could have like 3 buttons, 4 buttons, 5 buttons. Here we go. Button here, button there. That's a tab navigation, sorry. And then we've got the drawer navigation. So that has a menu on the side. You see that? There's quite a few which I recommend you experiment with, and there's a lot of guides and examples such as authentication flows, etc. Let's have a look at this. Still downloading. There's a bunch of resources in this documentation. I would recommend starting with the getting started bit. Of course, I'm going to explain a little bit anyways, but I would recommend you guys have a look at this too. So let's see. Great, there's an error. Let me double check what that is. Okay, I think what the issue is I'm still running terminal. So let me stop running this app and let's do that again. React Navigation /stack. It could even be that I forgot the @ sign, so should have double checked that. So do npm I at React Navigation /stack. Sweet, that was much quicker. So I probably forgot the @ sign always because it was running at the same time. Let's do expose start. This should remove the warning message. There we go. So now that we've got these two imports in, let's create very basic structure. So let's get rid of our view. We don't need that anymore. And inside of here, we'll go ahead and do navigation container, just like that, and then create those in divs or in code blocks, right? And then here we'll do stack dot navigator, like that, inside of arrow brackets, and then like that. So we've done stack dot navigator. Of course, we're getting a warning saying this doesn't exist. So we create it here. We do const stack equals create stack navigator. The reason you have to create it in a variable is because, like I said, you can have multiple stacks. So that way you create your stacks rather than here you're using a single component. That way you can have multiple stacks. So inside of here, do a very basic stack.screen, the exact same way. What I'm going to do is this, like that. And inside of this, we'll have our content. So not opening, closing, it needs to be like this, like that. Stack.screen. So here we can give it a name. So name, we can, for this purpose, we'll call it test, and we'll save that. Go back here, let's run our expo. Let's do a quick reload, see how many million of errors we get, you know. And don't be frightened with errors. The more errors you get, the path, you're on a good path, because you're gonna learn how to solve these errors. Once you solve each error at a time, you're getting closer to not getting errors anymore. But of course, you know, you will get errors, but the more you complete them, the more progressed your app gets, which is really good. You know, I got to a point where I actually enjoy getting errors now because it helps me solve a problem. So here we go. Couldn't find the component, get component 12 for the screen test. Yep, that is because I didn't actually provide a component. So good job. Now, what is a component? So a component is what our screen is actually gonna show. So if we do very basic here, we'll do const arrow function, and we'll call it test. Oops, I did it the wrong way. Test equals arrow function, just like that. And then we'll just do return. In case of here, we'll do view, and here we can provide our style, which is styles.container. There we go. And let's give it a text of hello world. Now we can provide this component to here, just like that. So let's go ahead and save that. Hopefully no more errors. Of course, as I said, that's because it's not loaded properly. Let's try that again. Get that out. There we go. Now we've got, as you can see at the top is our header, which React Navigation made for us, and the name test is because we gave it a name test here. If we change this, it should also do it there. And as you can see, the background color is fairly gray. We can change the color of the background too if you want, but that's a pretty good gray anyways, quite close to our gray. So in the next video, we'll start creating our own screens. But this one, just wanted to show you the structure of creating navigation screens. So see you guys in the next video.